A good day to you all, and welcome to the African Legal Matters Show, a show where we discuss various legal matters that affect us on our day-to-day lives and how we should deal with them. We are joined by our African legal expert and attorney based in South Africa, Tatenda Magocha. Tatenda, what are you going to be talking about today?
Thank you, Stanford, for inviting me to this show. Today, we are going to be talking about maintenance. We have spousal, we have children maintenance. So that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Great. So take us through maintenance. What is it and where does it come from?
We have children maintenance, we have spousal maintenance. Maintenance is a legal obligation that is placed on a person to support. It could be after separation or divorce. So when we're talking about spousal maintenance, it relates to the men and women after divorce. It could be after divorce or if people are unmarried.
Okay. Unmarried, do you mean separation?
No, I am talking about people who are not married. Let's say someone impregnates, a boy impregnates a girl, or a woman impregnates a man impregnates a woman. In terms of spousal maintenance, a man and a woman equally, they are entitled to maintenance. So we have the different types of maintenance. We have what we call a permanent maintenance. This is a claim that a person makes and he is paid the rest of their life until the beneficiary dies. Then we have what we call rehabilitative maintenance. Rehabilitative maintenance is money that is paid to a spouse for a certain period. For example, maybe when they divorced, the wife was not working, so they can just say, okay, they can apply for what we call rehabilitative maintenance for a certain period, okay, until I get a job. So it's not permanent. It's only until a certain period. It's temporary. We have what we call nominal maintenance. Nominal maintenance, it is a claim that is made by a spouse. They do not necessarily need the money there, but in case a need arises, so they can just go and apply for a court order, and they can apply for what maybe a rand, 1 rand, or 10 rand. They can still go back to court and say, you know what, in future, can you please increase my claim?
My life is okay at this stage, but I just want to make sure that I have some insurance. One day when I want, I can always come and ask for it.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now, and all these three types of maintenance apply on both sides. It can be the man, it can be the woman.
Yes, and I also need to highlight that, you know, in a certain case called Pile and Pile, they also took into account some factors that the court can look at when they are granting maintenance. There is what they call a clean break principle. In this principle, they are just trying to make sure that both spouses, they can be financially independent. So when a person is applying for maintenance, there are factors that they can take into account. For example, is this person educated? Is this person working? So you are not guaranteed. There is no automatic entitlement to maintenance. There are factors that they look into account. They also look into account, are you in good health? So maybe if you're in good health, you are able to go and look for a job. You know, they are avoiding those instances of people just taking advantage or abusing court processes.
All right. All right. Now we move on to child maintenance.
Yes. So when we talk about child maintenance, I need people to know that South Africa takes the children's rights seriously. Section 28 of the Constitution, it says that in matters regarding the care, protection, and the well-being of the child, the best interests of the children are of paramount importance. This was also emphasized in Section 9 of the Children's Act. they take into account the children's rights seriously. So when you're talking about child maintenance, both spouses, they have a duty to support a child. Yeah. So there are also factors that they take into account when they are looking at it, are the best interests of the children. What are the best interests of the children? They look into account maybe the nature of the relationship. I'm just talking about the best interest of children generally. They look at maybe the nature of the relationship between the parent and the caregiver, or no, I mean the parent, caregiver, and the child. They also take into account the attitude of the caregiver towards the child whenever they are looking at the best interest of the child. So that is how much the court takes into account the children's interest seriously.
If one needs to claim for child maintenance or spousal maintenance, what's the first step that they have to take?
Okay, so let me say, for example, during the divorce process, the parents, if they were married, they do have what they call a parenting plan. So in that parenting plan, or even in the divorce settlement itself, they do have the provisions that they have in terms of how they're going to take off the children in terms of custody, and also in that is where everything concerning children is put. Yeah.
And where people are not married, where maybe someone impregnated someone, what's the starting point?
Normally it is the woman who goes to court and claims for child maintenance.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tatenda, for such information, and for continuously coming to share knowledge and empowering us as Africans on legal issues. Anything else that you might want to mention regarding this topic?
Men should not be afraid to go and claim maintenance, because we have this view that it's only women who are allowed to claim for maintenance. No, both men and women are entitled to claim spousal maintenance, because there is a duty. When you get married, there is a duty of support that is between you spouses. Yeah.
And if a man impregnates a girl, can he also go and claim child support or child maintenance?
The person who is taking care of the child is the one who would usually go and claim for child support, because you can't go and claim when you're not the one who is taking care of the child. But when the child turns 18, now the child is also allowed to go and claim in their personal capacity. So instead of having to go and claim, the mother going to claim on behalf of the child can now go and claim by themselves.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for this. But before we go, I know we are changing the gears. We have finished the month of October, talking about marriage law, matrimonial matters. We're going into the month of November. Next week, what are we talking about?
Okay, so I'm so excited because next week we are going to be in the next episode we are going to be talking about the wills and the states estate. You have to know that a person, when they die without a will, it leads to so many conflicts. So you have to make sure that you attend, so that you will see the benefits of making sure that you leave a will before you die.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Tatenda. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you.